everybody, my name is Legea. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be talking about an AMSN program, what it is, and hopefully by the end you will be interested enough to do a little research and hopefully apply to it one day as well. I'm currently a first semester nursing student, and when I talk to other people who want to go to nursing school, they've never heard of this program, and I get excited to tell them because I think it's great if you are switching careers or want to go into nursing after you've already have obtained a bachelor's degree. So first things first, what is an AMSN program? It's an accelerated Master's of Nursing and Science degree. It is for people who already have a bachelor's degree in any field. It doesn't matter what it is, but they decide they want to go back and go into nursing school. So me personally, I have my bachelor's in arts. I did painting, drawing, graphic design, film, everything. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I just knew that I needed to bump up my GPA because one day I potentially would want to go into healthcare. I have classmates who have been teachers for years and decided to come back to do nursing. I know people who were engineers, and there are some people who literally graduated from undergrad as we began our program. So it's really, you can come from any walk of life. It doesn't matter, you just have to have a bachelor's degree. The perk of doing this program to me is that you get to go on and obtain your master's degree rather than getting another bachelor's degree, which can be a lot of money to spare, especially since you already went to college. So to me, it made the most sense to obtain the next degree rather than go back and get a second bachelor's. So how long is the program? I know every program is different, but the one that I'm in particular is a total of 30 months, and that is if you go straight through. So for the first 15 months of the program, we are getting trained just as you would in a BSN program, or I believe an ADN program as well. By the end of those 15 months, we're able to sit and take the NCLEX and become registered nurses. And then you can go straight through for another 15 months. And at the end, you will be able to sit for your boards and become a licensed nurse practitioner. So a total of 30 months. And the cool thing is, depending on the program, you have options on exactly what you want to do. So you can go straight through for those 30 months and become a primary care nurse practitioner. There's pediatrics, family, adult gerontology, or if you want to do acute care, like work in the hospital, you can complete your first 15 months, become a registered nurse, leave the program for a year, get your hospital experience, acute care experience, come back into the program and do your next 15 months, and you can be an acute care nurse practitioner. So there are options for you. It just depends on your career goals and what you want to do. So how do you find a program? What I personally did is go straight to Google. I Googled accelerated master's nursing programs, or you can search entry-level master's programs. They're all essentially the same thing. Just keep in mind that an accelerated program obviously is going to be a lot faster in a shorter period of time, which might be great. Or you could do entry-level, which I believe is you get your master's in 2 years, but in the end you sit for the NCLEX and you are a registered nurse. You do not continue through and become a nurse practitioner. So it just depends what you want to do again and your career goals. So to find a program, first thing I did was go to Google and I searched AMSN programs, and you will find a whole list of every school in the entire country, the US that is, that offers this type of program. So what I did to narrow it down first was I thought, where would I want to live? Where could I see myself living to go to school? I knew I would only want to live in Washington, which is my home state, stay in California, or potentially move to Texas or Georgia. So that narrowed it down for me. Some people might not care where they live, they just want to get that degree, which I'm here for. But for me, I knew I only wanted to live in these few cities, so I looked at schools that offered this program in those cities. I was then able to narrow it down even more based on the prerequisites, because each school is going to have different requirements to get in. So, for instance, for myself, I knew I did not want to take the GRE. That's just personal preference. And I preferred not having to do like 3 letters of recommendation. I got lucky enough, and because of my GPA, my school waived the letter of recommendations, which was like, for me, I was like, yeah, I'm doing that. But again, everybody's different, so you just gotta find what's good for you and what you want to do, and that'll help narrow it down. Now, once you find the school you want to do, you need to look at the prerequisites, like I said, and you need to make sure you knock those all out first. Or some schools allow you to apply when you are still in the process of prereqs, as long as you have them all done by the time you start the program. So for me, I went back to a city college, and I did about a year's worth of prereqs before I applied to the program. And those prereqs are all generally going to be the typical science prereqs. So you have your biology, your chemistry, statistics, microbiology, and then, like I said, each program will also have additional requirements, such as taking the GRE or your letters of recommendation. You just need to make sure you figure out exactly what it is they need, and you start knocking those out so that you can get to applying. And then the last step, after you found your school, you found which program you want to go to, you did all your prereqs, or you are in progress of completing all your prereqs, is to apply. And I honestly believe that the most important thing when applying is not only have a good GPA, because a lot of those schools are going to have a minimum requirement, but also write a good statement, personal statement. I strongly believe the reason that I got into not only not for undergrad, I went to University of Washington, and I like with all my heart believe that I got in because of my personal statement, because I had a 2.8 GPA, and I know that is kind of low, I think, to get into that school. And then even the school that I go to now, which is Emory, they require a certain GPA as well. I got lucky because of COVID. With a 3.3, I was able to apply without those letters of recommendation, which, as I stated, was important to me. So again, even with Emory, I felt like my personal statement was a big reason on why I got in. And if you talk to people who work in admissions, or if you just do your research, a lot of places will say it's your personal statement that got you in. So again, make sure obviously you have the grades for it, you did the work to get there, but you write a great personal statement, because I believe that's what really will set you apart from everybody else. All right, so find your program, the city you want to be in, make sure you have those prerequisites done, and you write a great personal statement, and then you apply, and you will get in as long as you do the work. You stay on track. I know for a fact you will get into nursing school. So hopefully I gave you some information about a new program. Maybe you were thinking about going back to nursing school. You were going to do an accelerated bachelor's. You already had a bachelor's, and you're like, hey, I can do the next level, get the next degree. It's just the start. I'm going to document the whole journey. I am a first semester nursing student, so we have a long ways to go. I will be back. Hopefully you guys will be back too, and we can all learn some more together about what it takes to be in nursing school, be in a master's program nursing school. All right, see you guys later. Okay.